In the dawn of time, when the world was still draped in twilight and the stars sang lullabies in the sky, there lived a woman named Nena. Her quiet village rested beside a river of silver stones, and every night, she would sit outside her humble hut, her gaze fixed upon the full moon. It floated above the trees like a great, silent, watchful eye. While her neighbors prayed for bountiful harvests or gentle rains, Nena's heart longed for something else entirely: companionship. She would whisper into the night, "O moon, you who see all lonely hearts, please, take pity on mine." One evening, the air hung heavy and still, so much so that even the fireflies refused to glow. But the moon, it shone brighter than ever before. Its light didn't just illuminate, it poured down like liquid silver, carving a radiant path that led directly to Nena's courtyard. As she stared, mesmerized, a figure stepped out from the moonlight. He was tall, radiant, and clothed in shimmering silver. His eyes were as deep and endless as eternity itself. "Do not be afraid," he said, his voice a soft melody. "You called for me, and so, I have come." Nena's heart trembled, a mix of awe and fear fluttering within her. "Who are you?" she managed to ask. A gentle smile graced his features. "I am the moon," he answered, "and you are the one whose heart has touched mine." From that night on, he visited her with every full moon. They fell deeply in love. He spoke of cosmic secrets, of the stars, the ebb and flow of tides, and the very nature of time. His voice was like the wind and water, gentle, yet powerful and endless. But just as dawn threatened to break the horizon, he would always fade into mist, returning to his celestial home in the sky. One night, as his departure neared, the moon turned to her with a profound offer. "Nena," he said, his voice filled with tender gravity, "come with me. Leave this earth behind and live where no sorrow can ever touch your heart." Without a moment's hesitation, Nena agreed. The moonlight enveloped her like the finest silk, lifting her gently from the ground. She ascended through the clouds, past the whispering winds, until she found herself standing in a breathtaking palace made of stardust and silver. Everything around her glowed with a soft, ethereal light: the walls, the rivers of light, even the very air she breathed. The moon took her hand. "You are now my wife," he declared, his silver eyes full of love. "But there is one law, one sacred promise you must never break. You must never look upon my face while I sleep." Nena promised, and for what felt like an eternity, their love was a blissful dream. The moon gifted her gardens that bloomed with radiant light and a crown woven from the delicate threads of the Milky Way. But deep within her heart, a single question began to smolder, a tiny spark of curiosity that grew into a burning flame. Why? Why must she not see his face? What secret did he hide in the shadows of his slumber? In the heavens, time moved like a slow, dreamy river. Days felt like whispers, and years passed like gentle sighs. But Nena's longing for the complete truth grew until it became an unbearable weight on her soul. One night, as the moon lay in a deep, peaceful sleep, she could resist no longer. Taking a small, flickering flame from a star fragment, she crept silently into his chamber. Her heart pounded in her chest as she held the light over him. And then, she gasped. His face was a paradox of celestial beauty and terrifying reality. One side shone with pure, calm, gentle silver light, the face she had come to love. But the other side was dark, scorched, and colder than the void of space. It was the face of night itself, the hidden side he never showed the world. In her shock, she stumbled back. A single, molten drop from the star flame fell from her hand, landing upon his chest. The moon awoke with a roar that shook the very foundations of the heavens. "You have seen what no mortal was ever meant to see," he thundered, his voice no longer gentle but a cosmic storm. "You looked upon both my faces, the light that gives, and the darkness that takes." Nena fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. "Forgive me," she wept, her voice breaking. "I only wanted to know all of you, every part." But the moon turned away, his radiant form dimming with sorrow and betrayal. "To know all is to lose the mystery," he said, his voice now a hollow echo. "And without mystery, love cannot survive." As he spoke these words, the magnificent silver palace began to fade around her. Nena felt herself falling, tumbling through the cosmos, back down to the earth she had left behind. She awoke on the soft earth beside the familiar river of silver stones. As she slowly came to her senses, she realized her arms were wrapped protectively around her belly, which was now glowing with a soft, gentle light. Months passed, and Nena gave birth to a child unlike any other. He was a boy whose skin shimmered faintly under the moonlight. The villagers, in their wonder, named him Chidi, meaning the child of the moon. Though she had lost her celestial husband, Nena knew he was not gone. The moon watched over them from his home in the sky, his distant light a constant, guiding presence for her and her child. As Chidi grew, he would often speak to the moonlight as if in conversation, and sometimes, his eyes would gleam with the same silver light as his father's. But as the years went by, Nena grew weaker. Her body, once touched by the divine, began to fade, her connection to the earthly realm loosening. On her last night, she pulled her son close and told him, "When you look upon the full moon, my child, remember this: love is not only light. It is also shadow, and both must be embraced to be whole." When she breathed her last, a soft, silver glow rose from her body, ascending into the night sky to join the moon above. From that day on, the villagers say that when the full moon is at its brightest, you can just make out the faint, loving face of a woman within it, Nena, watching over her son and the world below. And on the nights when the moon grows dim, hiding its face in shadow, they say it's because he mourns, remembering the only mortal who ever loved him enough to want to see both his faces. Chidi grew into a wise man, a leader who taught his people that love is never perfect light, nor is it endless darkness. It is a delicate, sacred balance between knowing and mystery. He became a storyteller, ensuring his mother's tale was passed down through every generation, a timeless legend whispered under the stars. So when you walk under the moon tonight, take a moment to look up and remember Nena, the woman whose love was so powerful it reached the heavens, and who even in falling back to earth, wrought with her a light that still guides our dreams. Her story reminds us that love isn't always about seeing everything clearly. Sometimes it's about believing, even in the face of mystery. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more tales from the heart of mythology. We'll see you next time.